What's going on, everybody? My name is Rodrigo with Asheville Cash Buyers. We're a local company here in the Asheville area that buys houses. And just want to shoot this video to talk about what a buyer's market is. So let's start with a basic definition of a buyer's market. A buyer's market occurs when there are more properties than there are buyers. So if there's only one buyer in the market and there are 10 properties for sale, the buyer is going to have an advantage instead of the sellers, because the sellers are really going to want to sell those 10 properties and there's only going to be one person who's interested in buying. So the buyer is going to have an opportunity to pick and choose what he wants or what she wants as well, and they're going to have an opportunity to just have a sweeter deal for themselves. So buyer's market is the exact opposite of what happens during a seller market. So what are a couple of the indications that can occur when you get into a buyer's market? Here we go. So here are the couple of things we need to be aware of when we're in a buyer's market. You're going to know because there's going to be higher days on market. Properties are going to sit on the MLS, or they're going to sit on the market a little bit longer than they had been. The sale price is typically going to be lower than the list price. You're also going to see reductions in the list price. So multiple properties, or a lot of the properties that a buyer looks at, is going to have a reduction in the list price. So in other words, a property that had been listed at $200 originally, maybe 20 days later is going to be listed at $195, and then another 20 days later is going to be listed at $185, etc. Or the seller is going to be making concessions, so seller to pay buyer's closing costs, or seller to give some sort of credit towards the buyer, help pay the buyer's closing expenses, repair requests, etc. So we're going to work through these really quickly in a little bit more detail. Higher days on market. So this is going to be how long it takes a property to sell. In a seller's market, the days on market are going to be short. In a buyer's market, the days on market are going to be longer. The sale price is lower than the list price. What does this mean? Again, if I list my house at $200,000 and I sell it at $190,000, that's going to be me selling below what I was originally asking for. And then there's going to be reductions on the list price. So if you're looking at a lot of different properties as a buyer and you start noticing that more often than not, the properties that you look at show that they have a lower price the day you look at it instead of when they were originally posted for sale, it's going to be an indication that we're in a buyer's market. And also, you're going to be noticing that sellers are making concessions. Again, this can be covering buyers' closing costs. This can be including appliances. This can be not arguing over repair requests. It can be a variety of things where the sellers are just trying to make the life easier for a buyer so that the buyer ultimately follows through and buys their house. Buyer's market, we haven't seen that in a little while. Here in Western North Carolina as of spring of 2019. So this isn't necessarily applicable for today, but in the next few years it might be. And so just want to give you guys the opportunity to have an idea of what that might look like down the road. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you have any questions about selling your house here in the Asheville area, just definitely reach out to us. We'd be happy to have a conversation.